Hello, you're welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this circle palazzo trouser with side pocket. If it's something you're interested in, please keep watching. Before we begin, let's look at the measurement you would need. You would need your waist circumference, your hip circumference, your trouser length, your crotch length, and your crotch depth. So now we're going to go ahead to calculate our parameters for our measurement. So now for your waist measurement, that is the waist that you're going to mark on your fabric. You have your actual waist divided by 3. My actual waist is 32 inches, so 32 inches divided by 3 is 10.6 inches. So now let's go ahead. Our crotch length is your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches. So now my hip measurement is 42 inches divided by 4. I have 10.5 inches plus 1.5 inches, that is 12 inches. So now let's go ahead and calculate our crotch depth. Our crotch depth is our hip divided by 10. My hip is 42 inches divided by 10. I have 4.2 inches. Okay, so now for the length of fabric to fold, we have our new waist plus our trouser length. So now my new waist is 10.6 inches plus my trouser length, which is 31 inches. So I have that the length of fabric I'm going to be marking is 41.6 inches. I'm going to go ahead to mark 41.6 inches and I'm going to fold it into 2, the length of each of them 41.6 inches. Then I'm going to go ahead to fold my fabric into a triangle like so. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and input our waist measurement. Our waist measurement is 10.6. Remember, my waist measurement is 10.6, so I'm just going to mark 10.6 round my fabric like so. Then after doing that, I'm just going to join that point together. So that is my waist measurement. That's my trouser waist. So now after marking my trouser waist, I'm just going to go ahead to mark the length of my trousers. So I'm just going to go ahead to mark my trouser length. Remember that my trouser length is 31 inches, but because we got 41.6 inches because we added the waist measurement to our trouser length, so I'm just going to mark 41.6 inches on my fabric like so. After marking out the length of my trouser, I'm just going to join those points together and then use my scissors to cut that part out. Okay, so now let's go ahead and measure our crotch length. My crotch length is 12 inches. Just mark out your crotch length like so. And then just watch what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to place my ruler like so. The point of the starting point of the ruler is where my waistline is. My waistline is. So just place your ruler like so. Then mark out your crotch length and just join that point. So just watch what I'm doing. So after that, I'm just going to draw a line like so to meet my crotch length. After doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out my waist. I'll just cut out my waist like so. So now I'm going to go ahead to mark my crotch depth. So remember that my crotch depth is 4.2 inches. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I use my curve to just join that point together. So that is my crotch curve. So I'm just using my scissors to cut out that point. Please leave in half-inch sewing allowance. If you notice I left a sewing allowance there. Remember that our trouser is going to have a side pocket. So I'm just going to open the side of this trouser because of the side pocket. So I'm just going to use my scissors to cut out the side like so. Okay, so we are done with that. So now I'm just going to go ahead to separate the front pattern from the back pattern. So I'm just going to take off the back one so that I can work and adjust the front pattern. So now for the front pattern, all we need to do is just, you know that the front waist is usually lower than the back waist. So I'm just going to come here and I'm going to come down by 1 inch and then I'm going to join that point. So after doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and use my scissors to cut out. So we are done with that. We're going to go ahead to cut our band. So now for my band, I'm just going to use 3 inches for my band, and the length of my band is my waist measurement plus 2 inches. So that's what I did, and I'm just cutting it out like so. After cutting out my band, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to place my stay on it and I'm going to iron it. So that is my band. So now we're going to go ahead to join our pieces together. First of all, we're going to join our crotch area together. I'm going to join my back crotch together and I'm going to also join my front crotch together. Then I'm going to show you what it looks like so we can continue. Okay, so here I'm done joining my crotch area, so I'm just going to go ahead to open it up so that I can join my pieces together. So yes, so that's what I'm doing now. So I'm just going to go ahead to please ignore the label on my fabric. I'll definitely iron it out, but for now we're just going to join those. See how I'm placing my crotch area together, my front crotch to my back crotch. I'm just going to pin it down and then I'm going to surround it to the hem of my trouser. So I'm just going to surround my trouser from one hem of my trouser through my crotch area to the other hem of my trouser. Then I'm going to show you what next to do. So yes, remember that this trouser is going to have a pocket, so we're going to go out to cut our pocket. It's just a rectangle, it just looks like a rectangle. So after cutting that out, I'm going to go ahead to place the front side of my pocket on my trousers like so, because I just want, you know, the trouser has a cuff in front, so I'm just cutting it out so to get that cuff at the front of my trouser. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just cuffing that part. I'd already cut out that part on my trouser. I'm sorry I didn't show you guys. I just came in by 2 inches and then I used my curve ruler to curve it all the way down by 6 inches. So I just joined it with it and then I cut it out. So I have done that with my front pocket right now, and that's what it looks like. So now I'm going to place one piece of my front pocket on my back pocket and I'm going to join the sides of my pocket like so. See what I'm doing? I'm just going to join that area and stop there. I'm going to leave the other side open because that's the part I'm going to be joining to my trousers. So here I'm done sewing my pocket, as you can see. So here I'm just trying to find the midpoint of my front and back pieces. So I'm just finding the midpoint so that I'll know exactly how to place my pocket. So yes, this is my pocket. I'm just going to open it like so. I'm going to put the cuff areas together and I'm going to sew those curves. Just remember the front side is facing the front side when you're placing your pocket. So that's what I'm doing. I'm pinning it down, then I'll go ahead to sew that part together. Then I'm going to show you what next to do. Okay, so yes, I'm done sewing that part. So this is what it looks like. So just watch what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to go ahead to turn my pocket like so. I'm going to turn it like so and I'm just going to pin it down because, well, I do a lot of pinning because I just want to be accurate. After pinning down, I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it like so. So I'm done stitching it and this is what my pocket looks like. So now I'm just going to go ahead and turn my pieces to the back so that I can close the side of my trousers. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just turn my pieces to the back and then I'm placing it like so. So remember, I'm going to be fixing my zip in this part of my pocket. So this is where I'm going to be placing my zip. So I'm just going to start sewing all the way to the hem of my trouser, but this other side I'm going to sew from the beginning of my waist. So yes, after doing that, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So now, yes, we are done joining the sides of our trousers. So now I have my band. Remember I said I ironed my A-stay on it. So now I'm just going to go ahead to fix my band. Yes, so this is my band. I'm just going to go ahead to fix it. First of all, this is how I'm going to first of all pin it to my trouser like so, from the starting, from where the zip allowance is, I'm going to pin it down all around my trousers, then I'm going to stitch it all the way round it, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So now we're going to go ahead to fold it like so, and I'm still going to fold it and pin it down. You know, I said that I like pinning down because I don't like doing things twice, so I just like pinning them down, so I know if there's an issue I correct it before stitching. So now this is what I'm doing. I'll just pin it all the way round, and then after that I'm just going to top stitch. I'm going to sew on top of that part, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. Yes, I'm done stitching my trousers, and this is my zip. So I think the last step for me is to fix my zip, and after fixing my zip I'm going to fold the hem of my trousers. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for sticking around with me. Until I see you on my next video. Bye.